We continue our conversations around women that are making great strides in areas dominated by men. And we've come to Ladybird Logistics here in the Western region, to be precise, Takoradi. Now, this place is where you have loads of women manning these trucks. Now, this subsidiary is under the Zen Oil Marketing Company. I've come here because I want to meet these women who are making great strides in this area known to be dominated by men driving these tankers. Come with me. So I'm still at the yard of Ladybird Logistics, a subsidiary under the Zen Petroleum. And like I said, I'm here to interact with women who are manning these trucks or tankers. Here they call them the BVDs, Bulk Vehicle Operators, BVOs rather. And it's not a joke. I'm going to see if I can even climb this and go in there. Wow, this is not it's no joke. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wow. I'm trying to recover from the high climb. What's your name?
My name is Patricia.
Patricia, what are you doing in this truck?
Thank you very much. I'm here to work, to deliver fuel to the mining sites safely.
Okay. And I'll go into how you got in and all that, but I want to start. I saw you going around the truck, doing some checks and all that. What's happening there?
Okay, so just like a normal human being, when you wake up in the morning, you have to do certain things to keep the body in shape. Some choose to exercise, brush their teeth, eat well before moving out from the house. So, as your truck, this is my office. So every morning when I'm scheduled for a trip, I come, I meet my truck here at the office. I make sure I do a daily check. We call it daily checks, meaning you check for your safety items in the car. That is your triangles, your fire extinguishers, your first aid. You check your lights. If everything, this is electronics. So you check if everything is working, your indicators, your headlights, your reverse buzzer, everything is intact before you can take off to wherever that you are going to.
When did you start, driving? I hear you guys call it bulk vehicle operators, not tanker drivers in this company. Hey, Zen.
We are professionals.
Yes, I see that. So when did you get into this?
Okay, actually, I started with Zen from the retail end. I was one of the pub attendants back in 2019. Then I expressed interest in joining the ladies to drive this beautiful truck you see here today. So 2020 June, I was employed, and then I started from there.
How was it? I mean, do you need special skills, or you can just drive a car? Because I love cars, I love to drive, but I mean, looking at this, the height, it's a different ball game.
Okay, so I started from, like I told you before, the retail end. From there, you see, being a pub attendant, one opportunity that Zen gives us is we have 15 days out of every month. So we work today, the next day you are off. So I discussed with my boss that this is what I really want to do.
Drive the car?
Yes. So whenever I'm off, I would like to go somewhere else and learn to drive. He said, okay, if only you are ready for this. So I discussed with some of the drivers that come to our end to buy fuel, the tipper truck drivers, and they introduced me to their boss. right from there, I started to learn. So I come to work today. The next day, I go off to go and learn to drive.
Wow. So how long did it take you to learn how to drive?
Close to 7 months.
And you use a tipper trucks too?
Yes,
You were not scared?
no, the thing is, it's all about being focused and being determined. I love to drive, and the women who started this really gave me that passion to come here.
You were inspired by the women. Wow. So when you're on the road, the height, the people around, all that, you're fine with it?
So we were called here on the 26th of June 2020 to come for training. That means you come and pass through testing process to see if really you can drive this. Yeah. So when we came in and they introduced us that this is what you've been using, I went like, say, please, this long, yes, this is what we are coming to train you to use to work.
This was after the tipper truck.
It was after the tipper. I was thinking I'll come and meet 27,000, but I came to meet 48. This is 54,000 capacity.
Wow.
And through training, it wasn't that easy because my first time on the road, it was very challenging.
Was somebody by you?
Yes.
Somebody was by you?
Our trainer was by us, Mr. Emmanuel Senyaw. He was right here sitting beside us.
So you came to the yard, they told you this is what you're going to do, you're going to start training. The process of training, what was it like?
First, it was very challenging because they will show you something to do. Your friend will come and sit in the truck and do it easy. Yeah. But when you come, you are being told, Patricia, go here. Then before you used to hold the steer like this. Even to turn your neck, it wasn't that easy. Yeah. But as time went by, I got to understand that this is what you really want to do. Baby girl, focus and do it. And today we are here.
We're here. So that took you how many months or?
It took us a year.
Yeah.
We used 6 months for training purposes and the other 6 months for road training.
Okay. So you finished your training, everything. The first day on the road with your instructor, of course, still by you, what was the feeling like?
I was proud of myself. I was tense. I was scared because especially when we take off from here, we were asked to use the runabouts. And you maneuvering from the runabout, you see the small vehicles coming, the cyclists coming, pedestrian at the same time. And you are bigger than any of them, but you have to drive them safely on the road. It wasn't that easy. It was very scary. But, our trainer always tells us that when the will is strong, everything is easy. So
I always wonder how you guys do the reverse. Which is more difficult, reversing, maneuvering through small roads? Which one is the difficult one?
Reversing is tough. Yeah. Especially you get to a place where, let me take the mines for instance. You get to the mines and trucks are already parked. Yeah. You come in, then you are asked to park in between 3 or 4 cars. Yeah. So you have to go, measure your way behind, and then come. And this one is not like the small cars that when you turn left, you're going left. This is anti-clockwise. So you turn left, your back is going to the right. You turn right, your back is going to the left. So you have to know all these dynamics for you to be able to maneuver. Okay.
So like you've told me, this is your first point, and then you move to the terminal. Right. So I'm going to go with her and the other colleagues to the terminal and see how the whole process is for women who are manning bulk vehicles. They call themselves here at Zen and under the Ladybird Logistics bulk vehicle operators. It's an interesting one. And I'm still with Patricia. We just came from the yard, the Ladybird Logistics yard. And where are we now, Patricia?
We are currently at the Zen Terminals. This is where we pick the load from to our various mining sites.
Okay. And then from here you go across
The mining site.
the mining site. So
Ghana.
today where are you going?
Today I'll be going to Go First Ghana, Takwa.
Takwa, from Takwa, right?
Yes.
But earlier when we started talking, I'm curious about your background. I mean, how did you get into this? I mean, you told me earlier you loved driving cars. You were intrigued by people driving, these trailers and all that. Mm-hmm. But do you come from a technical background?
No. Actually, in my family, I'm the first female to drive. Okay. My background actually is I did what you are doing.
You're a journalist?
Yes.
No, you don't say. You are a journalist?
Yes. I work with Kiss FM and I was a correspondent to Adam News in Accra.
What?
Yes.
No. Which year was this? I mean, when did you?
Between 2013 to 2016, 17. Yeah.
You're a journalist?
Yeah, I did. I produce, I present, and sometimes when the news presenter is not around, I sit in to do that. So I was producing the morning show, the morning breakfast show. I was also producing the afternoon and evening news. I present the late evening announcements, and I was the only female reporter among 7 men in the office.
You've always been the first in something. Always shattering the glasses, and so whilst you're behind the console, while you love talking, journalists, we like to move around. A typical journalist likes to tell the story and move around. So all that time, the urge and the feel to be in this was in there.
Yes, I had that in me growing up. Actually, I love to see women do extra things in life. So I said to myself, since you love to see women do extra things in life, what about you? What are you doing? Can't you do this? So I said to myself that aside media, what can you do? Let me try something more challenging, something that everybody will be like, wow, this is a woman. So I came across Ladybird Logistics and I said, this is it. Straight up, I hit on the jackpot.
But fuel attendant, I mean, you were a journalist. We all know what it comes with, the prestige and all that. And then you went to do fuel attendant and all that. Didn't you face a bit of some, people looked at you like, what is she doing? Did you have that?
That was very challenging because I had a colleague of mine coming in to buy fuel in her car, and she said to me, "Is this Patricia?" I said, "Yes." Patricia of KZFM? I said, "Yes." Why are you here? Why are you selling fuel? You come this low? I said, I'm not low. Sometimes in life, you just have to learn to sacrifice. This is my sacrifice today. Tomorrow, you will see me somewhere else. And within the next year or two, she saw me driving this and she couldn't say anything. People come in, those I knew in the media space, some mocked me, some like, oh, you don't know what you are about. But they didn't know the plans I had. And today, I'm here.
Driving this truck, and from the things you've done, fuel attendant, all that, I mean, there's an end game for you. What are you hoping to become? Or what's the next level for you after conquering this?
Okay, so right from here, never say never, Oliver Twist. I will always want in for more. So right from here, I want to establish one of the biggest female logistics company. When you talk of safety, when you talk of women being engineering, women assembling cars imported. I have that big dream. So I really want to do an all-female transport company in future.
You have children and all that. How did you manage those? Women, whether we like it or we have to deal with all those. Let's walk a bit. All these, additions that as women we are responsible for, quote unquote. How did you, juggle between taking care of your family and all that and doing this job?
Friends and family who know who I am, who know the Patricia that I am, that when I set my mind to something, until I get hold of it, I'm not giving up on that dream. So I had this beautiful senior sister of mine, Esther, who came in to assist. Agnes also came in to assist with my kids. So they have been a major help in my career. Yeah.
So the end game is to build this logistics company and all that. I mean, you've done fantastic.
Women being the engineering, women being the welders, women fixing the tire, women spraying the trucks, women being our safety and logistics, everything.
Everything women, pro women, with no apology. So the background was a journalist. Today she's driving, this trailer. I mean, 50 foot, right? 54,000 liter capacity. And she's planning on even moving to the mining sector, drive,
The caterpillars, any big machinery that I see, the cranes. Maybe later you board a flight and then I'll introduce myself to you.
As a pilot.
Yeah.
Pilot Patricia. But then tell, if a young girl is watching, or a woman watching, or even a boy, or, and they want to go into such fields, what would you tell? Because it took you a year, you said it didn't come easy, but you were focused. What would you tell that person?
I'll always tell the youth out there, especially my beautiful young girls out there, never say never. No matter where you find yourself, no matter who you think you are, from your background, the family, the church, the community, just speak to yourself that I will be that person. I'll be that number one. I'll be that black sheep among the white ones. I'll be different among my peers. Be focused, be determined, and be hardworking. Right. That is all that I would say.
Thank you very much. So that's Patricia of Ladybird Logistics, a subsidiary of Zen Petroleum here in Ghana, and they're making serious strides. The interest of this company, which is Ladybird Logistics, is that they have loads of women who are driving the trailers, the tankers, the bulk vehicles, or whatever you call it. But it's not just Patricia. There are tons of them. And I'm going to speak to more of them, see how they got into this, how easy or challenging it's been, just to inspire us all to make our dreams come true in wherever we find ourselves, because it is possible, isn't it? We're still at the Zen Terminals here in Takoradi in the Western region. I've come here because I'm telling the stories of women who are in male-dominated fields and who are making great strides. And I've come here because I'm covering women in Ladybird Logistics, which is under the Zen Petroleum group, and to speak to them on how they got into the field. Remember, they drive these trailers. They call them here the bulk vehicle operators. And let me get more. So earlier I spoke to Patricia. I have two other ladies, but what's your name?
Abigail.
Abigail. And you are?
Sylvia.
Okay, Abigail and Sylvia. I'm Vivian. I mean, how did it start for you in this area?
Okay, I was a bus driver before entering there.
Which bus is it? Which company?
I was at Metromas, MMT, yes, as a bus driver. Okay. Yeah. Before coming to Zen, that's Ladybird Logistics.
Why the switch? I mean, bus driving on the road, and then this with all this. I'm told this is 54,000 liters.
Yes.
Yeah. What led to the switch for you?
I wanted to adventure more. I wanted to learn more. So when it was time for Ladybird looking for ladies to drive their truck, I decided to join because I was very happy. I wanted to be part, just like that.
You love driving. You've always loved driving.
Yes. Driving has been my passion. Yeah. Before transitioning it to becoming a profession. Yeah.
And were you not scared about the size, driving alone, all those things that people worry about?
At the beginning, it's normal to be scared seeing a very big truck like that. But with motivation, I motivated myself before coming, so I was fully prepared.
Ready for this?
I mean,
okay, I'll come back to you. But let me speak to Sylvia, how did it also start for you? Were you also doing?
I was a neutral person.
Okay.
So Ladybird was my first transport company that I joined.
Okay.
I was a neutral person on the grounds. So actually, I remember when we went for the interview, they were like, since you're a neutral person there, you can't join. No. You can't join because this work is not just done by ordinary people.
Yeah.
At least you should be on the field for a while before enrolling on the tracking. But God being so good, we are here today. I think we are in our 7th years and we are making progress.
So you had to learn how to drive because she at least she did a bit of
I knew how to drive already.
the normal car.
Yes,
Okay.
vehicle before we started the training with the big vehicle.
How long did it take you to?
So it took us like 6 months for us to, with the theory aspect and the practical aspect.
Okay. And then you started. But what's your background? I mean, you said you were a neutral person. What does that mean? What was your background?
I'm a teacher.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
And why do you want to leave the teaching field? We need more teachers there and come in here.
Honestly, I'll go back later. But now I'm here.
Drive, yeah.
Yes, now I'm here and I'm cool. I was a teacher before coming to Ladybird.
Which level of education were you teaching?
Okay, so class 3.
Okay. Here in the Western region? Okay.
Western region. Ghana Rubber Estate.
Okay. So what led to the switch into this?
Actually, I wanted to try something new. Growing up, I used to love work that are being done by male. So I decided to try something new and see how the whole thing will go.
Right. 6 years. How many years has it been for you?
Almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years. 8 years and 6 years. What has been the experience like? 8 years and 6 years.
It's been a great experience so far. I've learned a lot on the job. I've achieved so many things through.
Tell us about some of the things you've learned, what you've achieved, and all that.
Okay, by joining Zen or Ladybird Logistics, I can confidently say I can train others to become one. I am an instructor.
So if I come, you can train me to drive?
Yes, I can.
You can train me, okay.
Yes, I can train you. And so far, so good. We are on it.
I'll come back to you on some of the challenges you face in, becoming the truck driver or trailer driver and all that. But for you as well, 6 years, you said, how has it been?
Honestly, it hasn't been easy. It has been a very tough journey though, but
what were some of the challenges you faced?
So people were like, women being in trucking there's no way you are going to give birth, those kind of things. And even for you to get a man to marry you, these are some of the things you were hearing. But we are here and the work is very adventurous. You travel to places, you have gotten to know people, it gives you that networking. So honestly, it hasn't been easy, but it's a good task though.
So all those stories about you can't give birth, you have kids, are you married?
No, please, I'm not married.
Okay. But you have intentions of doing it?
Yes. If you want to marry, you get. If the guy is now, they will come.
Tell me about your challenges. You said there were some few challenges along the line.
Yes, like my sister was saying, as for discouragement outside, family, friends, the kind of words you hear, and example is into but it's never true. It's never true. And some of the challenges is also, as a woman, our monthly
periods.
It's sometimes become challenging when you have cramps. And
how do you guys manage when the cramps come? And you have to be on the track. It's what it is. We're born with it.
Yeah, and it is part of us too. Yeah. So that makes us gives us that toughness as women. Yeah. So even with the pains, we still continue with our tasks.
How did your families, accept what you're doing when you decided you were in teaching, you moved out, before you went to the bus thing? How did they, react?
For me, I didn't inform any of my family.
Stubborn.
I took my own decision. Okay. So the time my family got to know, say I'm into track, and then I've started work already. So my mom was like, why this one? I said I want to try something new. Actually, I realized she was not happy, but that's what I've chosen. So she gave me her support.
You're cool. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Okay, at the beginning, I also didn't tell my parents or close siblings, but in fact, one of our bosses revealed to my mom. He actually sent some stuff to her on the Christmas, and when it was a market day where so many women were around, and he said, he was like, "Ma, yeah, yes." Before my mom called me, and she was like, "Which car are you driving now?" So that was when I broke the news to her that I'm now driving a truck.
What was her reaction?
She was okay with it, but I think she felt I should have informed her before. Yeah, but she was okay with what I was.
What are some of the positive gains? You said networking and meeting people. What else comes with this beautiful job?
It transforms your life. It gives you another kind of gesture to do stuff. It makes you more. The burden is already there, but it makes you more adventurous too. I mean, I'm blessed to be one of them.
Okay, so for me, I am who I am because of the job I am doing right now. And for me to come out boldly and confidently is my job, the job I am doing right now. And I used to be one person that I don't want to use the word anti-so, but right now...
Not all about introverts.
Yes. So right now, I'm not afraid of anything. I don't feel shy of anything. I can boldly walk anywhere, talk to a man confidently. The moment I got down from my car, I can boldly walk to anybody and talk. And that shyness is not there because of the job I am doing now.
But when you guys are driving, we have the small roads, there are people who moved onto the pavement. How do you people maneuver? I mean, I always wonder how you guys manage with this huge car.
Maneuvering it with the small vehicles, it isn't anything big, and that's you having the skills. When you have the skills, it becomes so easy for you to maneuver your way out.
So it's not difficult. Since people are claiming you teach me how to drive, but what is a typical day like for you guys? How does your day start and end when you're in the job?
Okay, a normal day starts from you coming to work or I coming to work to start my pre-start checks, go to the depot, do my loading. After my papers are done, I take off to the mines, do the discharge, and then return back home safely.
So what is the furthest you've gone from Takoradi to across the country?
Yeji.
Yeji?
Yes.
You drove from Takoradi to Yeji? Tema to Yeji?
Yes, and Takoradi to Sunyani.
How many hours is that?
So it's like 10 hours. 9 to 10.
Hey! So how was it like? I mean, this long distance driving this.
The feeling is mutual.
The feeling is good. And so what is the end game for you guys? Are you going to be doing the trucks forever, or what's the end game for you?
She's the one talking.
Okay.
But I won't say it's a bad job though. You can be on it. You can be on track until the time you retire, provided you have the strength, and we pray for strength.
You wouldn't mind doing the...
I wouldn't mind because it's a great job. Okay. I wouldn't mind.
What about you? You want to do the tracking, or you will move to another type of...
I'm thinking of doing something attached to it, like the instructing kind of thing I wanted to add to. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll teach you before you go.
But I'm told this business is paid well, especially for women. Tell me about it. How is the payment like? Good money?
It's manageable. It's manageable, yeah.
Same.
Yeah, in Ghana, so it's good.
Now, for a young girl watching who is inspired by the two of you to want to join this fraternity, what would you say to that person? I'll start.
Okay, so if you are a young lady out there and you are listening to us, don't think you can't do anything with your life. And don't think you have to depend on someone for something. You can come out, try something new, and you know, say you have that thing in you that you can do so many things. So be bold and be determined that you will do it. You don't have to rely on anybody for something, but you can come out as a woman to also do something.
I will advise any young lady out there who wants to get something doing for themselves and not relying on anybody to try coming to the trucking industry, because it is very innovative. It is very transforming lives. I mean, we the ladies, and they should put away fear. Fear is something that should not come to our dictionary. Yeah, you should put away fear, encourage themselves, have boldness, and they are good to go. They can do it easily.
When they feel the fear, what should they do?
Fear is part of life. It is normal to fear when you are starting something, but just start.
In life, there are what people we call the enablers, and Zen Petroleum is proven to be an enabler, using the Ladybird Logistics to enable these women be part of an industry that is dominated by men. Today, these women have shattered the glass ceiling in this area and are making serious inroads and proving to the whole world that it is possible for anybody, including women, to be part of this industry. This is Business Outlook with Vivian Kai Loco. See you again. Bye-bye.